Okay, live.
We're live. It's Dive Bar Comedy. I'm Wild Joe. It's Tuesday night. Thank you to Carol Newell for getting us up and running. Live streaming as opposed to IRL in real life, that a lot of things are now. But we're still on Zoom. So Dive Bar Comedy, we're doing every Tuesday. Sometimes it's on Zoom. Sometimes it's in real life. We just booked our third bar, which is our old three same bars that we already had from before. So we have now Lotus Lounge also. That's like east of Hollywood. Then we have Liquid Zoo and Witch's Brew in the Valley. So it's like first Tuesday of the month, last Tuesday of the month, third Tuesday of the month, and then the other Tuesdays we're still on Zoom. That's how we're doing it, I guess. So anyway, let's do our theme song and then we will talk to all of our comedians.
All righty, here we go. Dive Bar Comedy. There we go.
Wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Censor. Dive Bar Comedy.
Yes.
Dive Bar Comedy.
Just give me a minute.
Dirty Bag Nasty Comedy. Dive Bar Comedy. Dirty Bag Nasty Comedy. Dive Bar Comedy. Dirty Bag Nasty Comedy. Dive Bar Comedy. Dirty Bad Nasty Comedy. Dive Bar Comedy. Yeah.
There we go.
Woo! Yeah, that was GT, who he missed everything. He missed COVID. He missed all of this. So he left when everything was great. All I can say is maybe he didn't die at the right time, but he definitely died happy. So that was like the end of 2019. And then 2020, everything changed. Carol became famous. Carol Newell. You're doing so many shows. How would you describe the different flavors of your different shows, the different styles? Are they any different?
I got outdoor shows, I got indoor shows, I got open mics, I got indoor open mics. So I got and I got a Zoom show still. So I'm just a little bit of everything. And then I'm getting booked on other people's shows. Most of that's all indoor. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep my fingers in the pie everywhere I can.
So you've stuck with us though. Every Tuesday, you've never missed a Dive Bar Comedy. So that's great. That's, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And Mista C and me and a lot of our comics that have been rotating, but they keep coming back. So that makes the shows fun. And we had a lot of fun at our first live show.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So they're going to open on Tuesdays, the first Tuesday of every month, just for us from 8 to 10. So otherwise they would be closed. They had to take jobs and they have to wake up at 7 in the morning. So at 10 o'clock, the show's over and they're like, everyone get out of here. They don't want people hanging around, even if they're buying drinks,
Nice.
So yeah, so that's that. But so we're just doing that one and then we'll see how it goes with the other ones because Lotus Lounge, the owner sounds pretty sad. She's pretty, it was a rough year being closed. So she sounds like, she's trying to pull it together and get her bar going again. So we'll see if, having some fun comedy shows will add a lot of business to their bar, you know, helping
Hopefully,
the local scene. Yeah.
hopefully.
Because they are like a real dive bar. They cleaned up. Lotus Lounge did like a remodel where they took down like this pubescent girl that was topless, Asian girl. I mean, it was probably in bad taste. They took it down. Now it's like a little more bland, but you know, anyway, it has an edge. The Lotus Lounge definitely has a little edge. So anyway, let's meet our comics. All right. Who have we got tonight? We got Pete D'Alessandro.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How are you doing, Pete? What's been keeping you busy?
Work is keeping me busy. Babies and houses are keeping me busy, and moves, and I got a lot to sort of juggle. But I know who I'm preaching to, so I can't complain.
Yeah. Do your babies pound on the door?
No, my babies sleep. They pound on my face when they're awake.
Mm.
But she actually learned to say thank you recently, which is really cool. So now she'll like punch me in the nose. Thank you. I'm like, well, it's like halfway. We're learning something.
How old is she?
She's she's I think just a little older than yours, right? 20. She's 22 months.
Okay. No, she's younger.
Younger.
So she's
younger.
not quite 2 yet.
She's not quite 2.
So mine is a little more than 2. And he learned how to say thank you also. And it sounds kind of like honko. You know, I mean, I know he's saying thank you. I hand him like honko. I'm like, okay, fine. So
Yeah. The translation, like the parents only translation is amazing because like I know what those words mean.
Yeah.
Like, man, come on. Ishu, that means she's hungry. Ishu, how is that? Just trust me, that's what she's saying. She's saying hungry.
yeah, mine doesn't have like the perfect pronunciation. My first one was like perfectly pronouncing everything, but even when she was 2. But he's like kind of lazy about, you know, you have to guess like muh. What's muh? What are you talking about? Muh, milk. You know, like say the whole word. Milk.
Anytime I can get her to stop going, and it's like, all right, give me something other than that, not that. Just if I can do that, then I feel like it's a win.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it's a fun age, but I'm getting complaints. I had complaints about my child at school today. Both of them. I'm like, oh, one of them's hitting the little one, and I'm like, I don't know. He hits me too. He hits my mom. He hits his
Yeah, if
other
you can work on
grandma
that for me,
and
great.
grandma. I thought you're the professional daycare here. Tell me what to do. You know?
Right. You fix this, and yeah, that's why I'm here.
So,
yeah, mine is hitting the other kids only in their sleep to wake them up because she doesn't like.
No, mine is hitting the teacher.
Oh.
I'm like, he hits me too. And so we'll see anyway, but they don't have empathy. They don't develop empathy until like maybe age 3 or above. They really don't even understand that other people are not just objects to give them what they want. Like, you know,
I'm trying to practice those apologies. Like, you know, if you throw the dinosaur, say sorry to the dinosaur, and she picks it up, says sorry, and then launches it again. And well, we're getting somewhere.
Well, at least it's not a kitten, you know, too young for a pet.
Have you had that happen?
No.
Okay,
no,
good.
I don't think mine are responsible for a pet. I just imagine my 2-year-old digging through the sand of the litter box and making a disgusting mess. And I'm like 100% that it would happen. So
Picking it up is not the part to be worried about. It's what happens after that you have to be afraid.
I've got enough. Kids are enough, you know, like an animal is kind of like a surrogate kid. And then once you have a real kid, I don't know, you know, they can get their own animal when they're mature enough, you know?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. That's what I did.
yeah, it's fun to have an animal as a kid. So I hope my kids have animals, but I don't want to take care of any more people or animals.
They take care of me. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So Pete, you're doing live shows?
Not too many, but I'm trying to get some more together, but it all depends on this whole lockdown thing. And then babies don't yet have vaccines. So I'm being a little careful.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, Pete. Well, cool. Well, welcome to the show. And we're still on Zoom. I love Zoom. It's great lighting. It's great audio quality normally. Much better than in a dive bar where it's dark and there's a lot of other sounds going on, plus copyrighted music playing in the background. You get like flagged on YouTube. I'm like, we were at a bar. Sorry, that song was just playing. Anyway, all right. Here's someone who loves Zoom also is Linda Smith. Linda, you just interviewed me. Thank you so much. It was like amazing that somebody would just let me talk about myself for an hour, which is what everybody loves to do, is talk about themselves. So.
Yes. Comics are really good at that, I found out.
So how many comics have you interviewed?
694.
Whoa.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's
and
so
only
amazing.
one was a jerk.
Really? Really? Oh,
Yeah.
now everybody's dying to know that name. That's
I can tell you the initials are JG. Go figure it out for yourselves.
Johnny Gill.
All right. So many cool people. And I saw you had Tommy Chong, right, on your list of interviews.
For 2 hours.
That's amazing. Cheech and Chong are like one of my favorites and one of everybody's favorites from that time period, especially. And I've heard a podcast about them and their life and how they got started, and they had like an amazing, interesting life before they even became known as Cheech and Chong. So they have a great story. So I haven't listened to your podcast of it, but I bet it's awesome. How was that?
It was amazing. You know, I was so starstruck. And really, like when I interviewed Sinbad and Tommy Chong, you can't make them look bad. You could die in the middle of the interview and everybody would say it's an amazing interview because they're on the screen, you know. And they, you know, Tommy Chong just talked for 2 hours. I have a twin brother. My twin brother said, how come you do anything? You just let him steal the whole show. He's Tommy Chong. He doesn't even need me. Do you not understand this? It would have just been crazy to interrupt his flow.
Right. But you're posing the question, so you're kind of directing things this way or that a little bit.
Just a tiny scotch, not much.
Yeah.
Didn't need me at all.
Yeah. Wow. So, and then Sinbad also, he's your other huge name.
Man, that was the best moment ever, you know, and I have said this, your interview is my favorite compared next to Sinbad.
Wow.
Because Sinbad and I got into an amazing conversation about racism and your inspirational story. Oh my gosh, you're right up there with Sinbad in my heart, man.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, Sinbad's cool. And we need to pray for him because he's recuperating from a stroke.
Oh my.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah, I have a friend on my Facebook feed who had a massive stroke, and he's like one side doesn't really work, and the way he talks sounds different. He's having to relearn how to move, how to talk, and he doesn't even know how far he'll recover. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So scary.
Sinbad had a blood clot and a brain bleed on top of it. So he's got a ways, but he's determined to come back. And if anybody wants to interview Tommy Chong, he's letting every podcaster interview him. I'll give you the email.
Wow.
Hit me up, you guys.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna
You
start.
won't have to talk at all.
Great. All right. Hooking up with Tommy Chong. That's awesome. I met Cheech. I was like volunteering to give out, like, basically there were sponsors at this event and they invite celebrities to come and walk around to the different tables, like a pre-Grammys or a pre-Oscars party. And then the different brands would give out samples of whatever it is they make, you know, clothes or skincare or whatever it is. And I was like volunteering to walk the celebrities around. Well, most of them were people I've never even heard of, but we got Cheech in there just randomly one time, and it was so cool. I was like, oh, I just was watching, you know, Up in Smoke, and those movies are so fun. So Yeah.
So I'm doing a Saturday Zoom thing. I need your guys' help. If you know anybody that's military that does comedy, we're doing military comedy on Zoom Saturdays at 11 for military.
Great. That's great. That's it. Cool. Well, welcome to the show, and I'm
Thank you for
so
having me.
proud of you. This is exciting. Welcome back. All right, here we got April Cowgur.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. So glad
You
to be
look great.
here.
Every time I see you, you look just like the same and perfect.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Aw.
You are so sweet. Well, same to you. You look like a
Thank you.
freaking mermaid today, and I'm loving it. And earlier when we were in the like virtual green room, I had a tank top on, and I was like, oh, it looks like I'm not wearing any clothes because my hair is covering it up. So I went and put on a shirt, and I accidentally came back dressed as you. So I'm sorry about that.
A person.
When I was grabbing shirts, I was like, yeah, blue seems right. Why does that seem so right? And then I was like, that's because this is what
Does
you're
it
wearing.
look like a prison jumpsuit though? Because to me, it does for some reason. Do they come in blue or they're always orange?
A prison jumpsuit. Is that what you're wearing? Did you escape today?
That's how I feel like it looks from the, but anyway.
Yeah. I love it.
Wow.
All the ladies are wearing blue. That's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, except for Linda. Linda's on the yeah. She's on her own program.
I love it.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah. Maybe we could all like wear full denim next time and look like we're doing a Sears family photo.
There you go.
Yeah. Totally.
My shirt
It
is
could be
denim
like the
too.
biker bar comedy. What's it called? Dive bar comedy. Biker dive bar comedy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Leather
Yeah.
or,
We'll all have like our
or nothing.
jacket. Oh my gosh. So April, what's been keeping you going? What have you been doing?
Ooh, I'm doing a lot of comedy. It's fun. I am doing some more live shows these days, which is neat. It's kind of fun to feel the crowd and everything. But I am still glad we're doing some of these Zooms too. So I'm doing a lot of the comedy and doing a lot of art too. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm an artist as well. I do a lot of painting and illustration and animation style. So I had some work in a gallery recently that sold, and next year I'm going to do a big solo show in a gallery again where it's going to be all my stuff. So I'm trying to get done like 100 paintings by next spring. So
Awesome. Wow.
Thanks.
No,
It's
and your
gonna-
work is beautiful. I have seen some of it on Facebook. So if
Thank
anybody
you.
wants to follow April Cowgur, yeah, you have some of it posted. So
Thank you.
what are your themes? Mostly like drawing what, like elves or
I
what?
do really whimsical stuff. I'm really into kind of like creatures and stuff. So I have, there's a lot of Bigfoot and like giant octopus and like some Godzilla and King Kong type stuff. And there's always a bunch of like aliens zooming up pizza boys. And there's a lot of food too. I do like a lot of cute little food paintings. It's very like pen and ink and watercolor, kind of like 70s Schoolhouse Rock looking a little bit,
Nice. Wow.
very whimsical. Not like fine art. Like it's not going to be like a bowl of fruit, or if it is, they all have faces and they all are judging you.
I wasn't far off when I said elves. I really wasn't as far off as it
No.
seemed at first.
You pretty much nailed it. So yeah.
All right. I knew. I had seen it on Facebook. So that's amazing. So where can people see you next?
Let's see. Oh, I am going to be as far as comedy goes, I am going to be in the Burbank Comedy Festival. I know Linda is too. See you there, girl. And so I've got a couple of shows coming up there on August 18th and 20th. And then I'm going to be trying to pick up some out of town gigs in the next few weeks. So that'll be fun.
All right. Good. Welcome to the show. Let's see who else
Thank you.
we've got next up. Chip Nicholson.
What's up?
How's it going? Welcome back. So much has
Hey,
changed.
thanks for having me back.
We were on complete lockdown. I think last time you were on the show, we were like under complete lockdown, and now we've gone free.
Well, now we're
going
about
on?
to be on lockdown again.
Well,
so y'all. Yeah,
you
no,
know
nothing
what?
much is.
Like, as long as I can take my mask off outside, then I'm fine. I don't care. If we have to put it back on inside, I was doing that most of the time anyways. But outside,
But they're changing that
stupid.
too,
We're
aren't
taking
they?
a walk. This is stupid.
Aren't they telling us we have to keep it on outside too again?
Not yet, not right now. But before, I would take a walk in like a residential neighborhood. I'm like, I'm 20 feet from anyone, and everybody has their mask on, and I feel like I just want to breathe.
See,
You know?
your biggest problem was you're out here in California. That was your biggest problem. If you went over to like Tennessee, oh, no one gave a two rat's ass about that. I swear to God.
Yeah. It's like you become like an asshole if you're taking a walk
Yeah.
without one.
No, like for
In
real.
certain
I was out
neighborhoods,
visiting my
you know?
family in Clarksville. Not like you're right. Absolutely. I was coming down. I was in the hospital, right? I was visiting my grandma. I was in the hospital and I was coming out of the elevator, and this guy comes out of the elevator across the hall from me, and he doesn't have his mask on, and I have mine on. He sees me with my mask on. He goes, oh, and he takes his mask out and puts it on. I was like, we're in a hospital. What the hell? Why is that my fault? What the heck? But seriously, they really are like that out there.
Wow. Well, but you do kind of look at what are other people doing. Like if I'm like going into a grocery store after June 15th or whatever, I'll look around, and if everybody's still wearing a mask, I'm probably going to wear one too. But if everybody else has theirs off, I probably won't put mine on. You know, I don't know.
I know why.
It's like, what are we
kind of
doing
like,
these days?
I kind of like wobble the line with it. Like I balance on the line. Like I'll have my mask off as soon as I hear a choo. I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. Like it goes off so fast. As soon as I hear it, I'm like, you motherfucker, every time.
Well, that's another thing about Zoom, that it gets weird when you can't see anybody's face even in the grocery store. So this is like a reason to put on like full makeup and show your whole face to people, you know?
Yeah, plus like here, like with my eyes are just threatening in general. So like if without the face, it's not like I don't like you can. It looks like I'm about to steal everything right now, and then I need the teeth, like in order so I don't get shot. Like
Yeah, no, you totally do. I can see that because there's only so much you can really say with your eyes. You're right.
yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to say. Please don't shoot, like right here. Like it's like, please stop. No, don't.
It's confusing. You know, I saw, okay, I don't think this is racist, but stop me as a black person.
Racist!
I'm being racist.
Where's my belt? Where's my belt? Mr. Sue, where's the black belt? We need the black ding 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 ding.
The girl was wearing a black mask and dark sunglasses. So her whole face was black, but she had blonde hair. And I was like coming at her like as I'm driving, and she was like at a bus stop or something. I was so confused because she looked like she was just like the color black. I thought she was like a super dark black person. And then when I got up to her, it was actually her mask and her glasses. And she only had like a little strip of her forehead showing, you know. But I don't know. You could commit any crime and nobody would know who did it. And everybody could go around committing crimes because our faces are covered.
That's what I've been doing.
So, yep. What else, Chip? Are you doing shows?
Nothing much. I got a bunch of shows. I created, I think last time I talked to you, I talked about the garden, which is bigger than I ever expected it could be. I have sunflowers now that are 9 feet tall that I planted from seed. They're insane. Yeah. And I was watering it, and someone, I don't know who they work for, but they're taking pictures of me in my garden and shit. So I'm like, I'm just glad to have tomatoes, but I mean, I guess I get to be on something. I don't fucking know. But hey, if you ever want some tomatoes or some green onions or some strawberries. I got some strawberries. I got a whole patch of strawberries, 3 different types. Come by, I'll get you some. They're really good.
Oh, cool.
As far as
So you're into
shows,
gardening. That's fun.
well, I mean, I didn't know I was, but I mean, I tore my Achilles, and so I was home and I couldn't leave. And then we went on lockdown, and the pandemic hit, and I was home and I couldn't leave, and I was just sad. I was like,
You're like a farmer. You're a farmer.
I
now.
need something to grow because my life ain't right now, so I needed something. So so I found a garden, and I just you know, like the part in between like the street and then the sidewalk, and then there's like the city planter that the city has. That's where I just planted my garden. It's very illegal, but I'm still doing it. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This city's not going to care because the city doesn't care about.
Right.
I have trees with dead branches. Half the branches are dead. It's their tree. And if you look up and down the street, it's every single tree. Like they have some kind of tree disease, and the city just doesn't care.
Well, okay, cool. Well, if they don't care about that, then if I get a citation for my garden, then I'm calling all reparations. I'm getting everybody involved. I'm calling I'm calling the Black Coalition. I'm like, please help.
All right. Well, cool. Well, welcome to the show. And how big are your tomatoes?
So far, I've given away 5 tomatoes to 3 different neighbors. They get right now because it's a small tree or a small plant, so they get about that big around. Like my biggest one.
Like the size of a real tomato.
Dope. I mean, well, they are real tomatoes.
They're not. But they're not cherry tomatoes, is what I mean.
No, they're not cherry tomatoes.
Because I have some, I think they're cherry tomatoes because they're very small growing in my backyard.
Oh, you're growing? Oh, no way. Nice.
I don't remember or know who planted them, but they're out there. I didn't plant it, but I see it.
See, I love
Very
it. And
small,
they taste so much different
Yeah.
than like store-bought. I
But
love
they
it.
turn red, and yeah, they're delicious. But it's hard to you have to eat them
Right?
really fast, and you have to start thinking of tomato recipes and things to do
Mhm.
with the tomato if you get too many at once. So,
Well, see, that's why I have all the other stuff. So I have like parsley, basil, dill, and cilantro growing, and I just make like different sauces and stuff with it with the tomatoes. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
outside, just out on the street. It's not on your
Yeah.
like windowsill or anything.
No, it's just right
Okay.
there. Like, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
You
Nice.
should see it. It's gotten bigger than I planned on it being.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of got crazy. got big.
Interesting. I have a lot of seeds, but I even got like a small plant somebody gave to me, a cauliflower. No, not a cauliflower. What's that? Yeah, a cantaloupe. A cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
Yes, a cantaloupe plant. But I'm like, I'm not going to take care of this. I don't know how to grow it. Does a cantaloupe grow underground? Does it grow on the top? I don't know.
No, so cantaloupe is a melon, just like it would grow similar to a watermelon or a pumpkin. It's very viney, so you're gonna need a lot of space for the melon. I've done so much research on this. I swear to God, because like I'm not lying to you. Those are the next 2 things I'm planting. Are can you see it? Is pumpkin and watermelon. So I've been doing my research. So they grow above ground. You need a lot of space. They're very viney. What you can do is you can take stakes and make the vines grow up the stakes so it grows vertically instead of out. Another thing that you can do, because it's very hard to keep on a watering schedule, is you take like a bottle of water. You can take any bottle of water, you cut off the top, poke holes in the bottom, plug it into the soil, and now you just pour it in water into the top. And that's an old school irrigation system. So now you don't have to always water it like constantly. And then it just kind of seeps into the soil very slowly. And that's really good for melons and stuff.
All right. Well, hey.
And fun fact.
I've got a very overgrown cantaloupe plant that I'm like, I got to give this thing.
Fun
somebody
fact,
or plant it.
cantaloupe actually is not cantaloupe in America. What we call cantaloupe is actually musk melon.
Oh.
That's
Who
a
knew?
gross.
Oh.
Yeah,
do you
but
mean?
people don't like the name muskmelon, so we named it cantaloupe instead. Cantaloupe is actually a different melon, but in America we call it cantaloupe.
Yeah,
The one
muskmelon's
that
a
we
hard
make
sell.
Cantaloupe is really a musk melon.
Kind of like rapeseed oil, we call it canola oil.
I'm sorry, what? What is it? Excuse me?
Canola oil is
Same
actually
thing.
rapeseed oil, but nobody
Huh.
liked the name rapeseed, so they got it
I wonder
canola
why.
instead.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Canceled.
Pays off, Carol.
I'm
to
full
know
of
this
useless
fact.
knowledge.
Wow.
Canceling canola oil immediately.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
All right, let's see. Have
Enjoy
I
your
talked to everyone? I
muskmelon.
think I have. This is the whole roster. We have Pete D'Alessandro, April Cowgur, Chip Nicholson, and Linda Smith. And Carol Newell said she'll also perform tonight. So we'll get a
Yay!
taste of that. And then, I don't know, next week, I think we're in Liquid Zoo, right? Today's the 20th. I don't know.
Yes,
Must
today's
be.
the 20th. All day unless it rains.
Yesterday? Oh, today. It's today. So the 27th, we are out in the valley. So then the next weekend, the next Tuesday after that, August 3rd, we're at Witch's Brew. So we won't be back to Zoom until August 10th. So we'll do like maybe a little behind the scenes before we start the show, but it'll be like much more difficult than just sitting at home, relaxed and doing our Zoom shows. We're going to be in the middle of the bar scene. So,
Yep.
all right,
at
Carol,
Liquid
how's
Zoo
your,
with
how's
our
your Zoom
banner.
show?
I'm
How's
very
your Zoom
excited
show
about our
going?
banner.
Our banner, I need a handyman. I need a human person to go up on a ladder, take out the old banner and put the new one in. I think it just takes a drill and a handy person and a ladder.
And a ladder.
I have ladders.
I can do it as long as I'm off from work.
Just let me know when you want to do it. And
Evenings and weekends, whenever that is. I'm like a cell phone,
Okay.
nights and weekends.
You know,
all
okay,
right,
this
you gotta
might
get your
be
banner up and
this might be too much, but note, I've come across a banner that's a light banner. It's like a laser light banner that you
Yeah.
can just shine on buildings, so you don't have to. You just angle it up.
Well, that's cool, but this is like a real banner, and it's going to be right on Sepulveda, I believe, like
And they already had it
72
printed.
Like a
Oh.
permanent.
7214 Sepulveda.
Oh, like a permanent huge one.
They let us just leave it there. GT's banner
Oh.
is there from like 2 or 3 years ago. It's faded
Oh.
and getting old, but it's 3 feet by 6 feet. Now it's me, Carol, and Mista C just standing there with our
What?
faces.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Why not?
dope.
Totally
I'm gonna make
dope.
another one for our other bars if they'll let us hang it. But the problem was at Lotus Lounge when GT hung a banner, somebody ripped it down. So the good thing about this place is the banner is high, so people can't reach it, but we do need a ladder.
Mm.
So yeah. Mr. C, any
Yeah.
announcements? Anything going on?
No, stuff's going good. I did just pick up a recent show on Sunday with some guy named Young Baka. It's who
Oh,
Sizzle wrestles with.
yeah.
Young Baka. So check out Young Baka's page. She should be announcing the show on Sunday. I'm gonna be doing it with not. Past that, no, just living life and chilling and enjoying the day and running for president and not trying to get anything that'll be a controversy later. So Carol, you
So are
stay
you
away.
still able to work from home completely all the time, or does your job want you to come back?
No, I work for the internet legal company who actually just went public. I guess I can say it, but don't you guys rat me out. LegalZoom.com, but don't you tell anybody. And we just went public actually and whatnot. So if you want to get some cheap stock on a great company that's basically the Uber of lawyers, buy it now. It's going up hard in the next few years. But anyway, no, everything else is good. Just working and grinding and doing shows and working on skits and wait. Oh, now you guys were talking about everything being open, right? Now in my neighborhood in Pico Union, we kind of like them people in where he's from. Nobody's wearing a mask. I'm talking, it's like a 40 to 60. It's like maybe 60% mask, 40% no mask everywhere, no matter where you go. And the people in the stores is just like, okay, are they gangster enough to come up in here? Like the signs all say now, if you're already vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. So basically, but they don't check. So basically, I just identify as a fully vaccinated person. I'm masked off. Like I'm licking poles. I'm kissing strange people. It's shit. It's the shit. I'm building my immunity.
All right. Well, good. That's good. You know, I think I've built my immunity too because, you know, living with these babies that are always crawling on the ground and touching everything, like licking their hand and then sticking their hand in your face, sneezing in your face. Whatever they catch, I catch. So
Yeah, I know.
I've had at
Sometimes
least 3
dogs are
colds
better
that
than
were worse
kids.
than
I'd rather
COVID.
have you lick your butthole and kiss me than those kids touch you. I'll tell you that.
You can get worms that way. I don't know.
No, dogs got really clean mouths. That's why white people always kiss them.
Oh, dogs? You're talking about dogs?
Yeah, dogs.
I
Because they
thought you were
always
talking about
salivate.
human beings. No. Okay. I was on Tinder at a time and there were so many guys French kissing their dogs as their main page. It was like disgusting. I was like, why are they all kissing their dog? But I'm not really that much of a dog person to want to tongue down with my dog, but it's also not attractive in a mate. So, you know, if that's your Tinder picture, you know, change it. Anyway, all right, Mr. C. Those are my final words.
I got announcements.
Okay, Carol.
Woo!
So Tuesday the 27th, we'll be at Liquid Zoo with the Dive Bar Comedy Show. Wednesday, I'll be in Long Beach at Trademark Comedy Night, 233 East Anaheim in Long Beach. On Thursday, I will be at the Chateau, the Comedy Chateau with Cosmo and friends for the Thirsty Thursdays show in North Hollywood. And then Friday, I will be in San Clemente at Knuckleheads with The Future is Female. So I got a full week next week. You guys come out and see one of those shows. Hit me up for details, ticket links, etc.
Is the Future Female? That's
Mistress K.
Mistress K's show.
Yes, Dive Bar alumni. Yes.
Nice.
Mistress K show. Gonna be a lot of sex at that show, huh? A lot of whips.
One can hope.
I see why you dress so nice today. You're preparing. I get it.
Mhm.
Anything
All right,
else?
take it away, Mr. C.
Excellent. Well, thanks again. This is the Dive Bar Comedy Show. I'm Mr. C, the Enforcer. That was Carol Newell and Wild Joe hosting. And all of our great comedians are about to lay it down. They're about to get it in.
Oops.
Muted.
Okay. I knew
Last
that.
thing you said was
muted.
get it in.
I just wanted to see if y'all knew it was muted.
Uh,
That was the test. All right. So once again, it's the Dive Bar Comedy Show. I'm Mr. C, the Enforcer. That was Carol Newell. And then we got Wild Joe, who was hosting and asking questions. And we got 4 or 5 great comedians about to come up to the stage, including Miss Carol, that's going to tear it down. So let's get the Dive Bar Comedy Show started. You guys ready to start the show? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to jump it on with the lady. Those I was going down. She broke the code tonight of the sisterhood. Everybody said, I'ma wear blue. This lady is a rebel. I ain't wearing no blue, motherfuckers. That's how gangster she is. And she got a strong name, just like a running back, Emmitt Smith, because she'll truck your ass, and that's what her comedy is about to do. So get ready and get riled up for the LS. Can I get a clap, 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 clap for Linda, the playmaker, Smith?
That's my favorite introduction to date. Thank you. You know, I am not a racist. I get it. I'm old, but that doesn't mean I'm a racist. I hate racism. I come from Portland, Oregon. The place was so racist, I had to leave. Oh my gosh. But now it's much better. It's passively aggressive racism. Winning, right? And I'm not a Karen either, so knock that shit off. I'm not a Karen. This is fake blonde hair. It covers the gray. I don't call for managers. I handle my shit. Yeah, but I am 21 times 3 plus a never fucking mind. I'm just 21 times 3 plus a few. So there. I have a twin brother, and oh my gosh, he and I get nailed all the time for being identical. People are like, is he identical? No, he can't be identical. See, I have a much bigger cock. My cock is much bigger. So you get the point. This year for our birthday, he embarrassed the PH out of me. Now I'm going to be clean. He embarrassed the PH out of me. Oh my gosh, he came out, you guys, as a 70-year-old. He let the cat out of the bag. Well, I'm a U.S. Army veteran, so take that, you guys. I was in the Army in 1973. So give it up for our veterans. They're the reason we're telling jokes in English. Yep. You know, people say all the time the same stupid thing. Stop saying this. Stop nailing the military men. They're not baby killers. You know, and besides, I went in 73. That's when us women started having rampant abortions. So, yeah, before that, I thought Roe and Wade was something you did when you were swimming and boating. So, and I got the same question every time when I was thinking of going in the military. My mom, my dad, everybody. Linda, what about all the rapes? And I got to tell you, in 3 long years, I really didn't rape that many men. Sure, on shore leave and R&R, but does that really count? You know? Yeah, besides, they had it coming. You should have seen what they were wearing. That's a callback to history. Yeah. You know, besides all this, seriously, I think that the military might be a little bit gay. You know, because they're saying, you know, like, give me your 6. Prefer a 9, but once I had an 11 and a half, you talk about friendly fire. And they have that saying, that famous military saying, stick your cock up my ass. Holy cow, it doesn't take a code talker for that one. I get it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But I was really good at motivating the grunts, the ones with the low pay scale. I motivated them to go home safely. You know, I wanted the upper brass to hang around, you know. So I would tell, I could get rid of the grunts really easily to go back home. I just say I was pregnant. It works like a charm. Talk about boots on the ground. Yeah. And, but I was shooting for the stars, you know, money, stars, 4-star generals. I don't care. It's like, you can stick your brass up my ass. I don't care what you do. I was shooting for the stars, you guys, making it in the military. I jest. But now my life is seriously all about making the military and veterans laugh and forget the pain they went through, so we can tell jokes in English. And when I'm making them laugh and forget the BS our country made them do, so that we can tell jokes in English, I get tingly from the top of my fake blonde Karen hair to the bottom of my hooker heels. I get so tingly. And that's how I know I'm always going to get out there and find another GI spot. So anyway, service to me, guys. That's my time. I'm Linda Marcus Smith.
Yeah. I'm Apostle Linda Smith, aka the Playmaker. That's right. That military life, boy. I'm telling you, build some strong women. You be like, hey girl, I want to have some sex. She beats you to it every time. I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough because they strong on you. Ever had a female cop grab you? Just like the military. You like, you kind of strong, ain't you? You're kind of strong. This should hurt. Like, I'm 6'4". Fuck, right? That's what I'm talking about. And great stuff and whatnot, and great town, and great way to open it up and open up some eyes. But once again, shout out to everybody that's in the military. Shout out to ex-military. I actually just did a little speech because I'll be running for president as an independent. And one of the things I talked about was on Memorial Day, Joe Biden shouted out all the military, all the great things. And I was like, man, what is he not talking about? So I looked up statistics. Did you know that 30% of all homeless people are ex-military?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Also, everybody that comes back from a military mission, 30% of them come back with a mental issue.
Yep.
And this is something that we really don't address. And I really hope that we can get the easy access mental health care and maybe reform some of those old barracks that are closed now to put some of those homeless guys in. So Viva America. We're not round of applause for Linda Smith.
Thank you. What a great thing.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So we're going to go to our next comedian. And this is another wonderful, talented comedian. This gentleman got all kind of stuff going on. Not only is he funny, not only does he have a bunch of soul, he's probably going to be on Home and Garden soon for a recent talent that he's acquired. He's like, oh my God, why are people taking pictures of an African-American guy raising a large garden growing watermelons? Yeah, okay, yeah, like that's not gonna freak a white guy out. Like, oh, he's just walking down the street, mind his business, just going around the mountain when she comes, and he just looks like, is that watermelons in the center of the city? I'm taking 3 pictures. That's what I'm talking about. And this guy right here is super talented. He's got a green thumb in the hood. The ladies say it gets him hard, and that's how talented it is. So you guys ready for this next comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
This man's name also because he sounds like he does great taxes too. So give a round of applause for the CN. Clap, 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 clap for Chip. I break it down, Nicholson.
Hey, what's up, man? Mr. C, I need to take you on the road with me because you have the best intros. I mean, just absolutely incredible intros. Those are great. Oh my God. As a matter of fact, we're recording this, right?
Yeah.
This is being recorded. I need this recorded so I can get Mr. C's intro. I'm gonna put that on every Instagram story that I have. It's gonna be you coming in with any part of that, and then the Instagrams. I need this. I don't know. I'm glad everything's opening back up. I mean, it was for a second, but now it's kind of it's like up and down, right? My friends invited me hiking because everybody's feeling a little bit more comfortable, and I got into a weird debate. I don't know. I got into a weird debate with one of my friends. Like I don't know. Like I think there's some people like I don't know. There's some woke warriors out there that just need to pick the battles. Like to be completely honest, she was asking me about hiking. She was like, "Yo, why don't more Black people hike?" And I was like, "Oh, I mean, we do. It's just not our thing." And she's like, "Yes, it is." I'm like, "Okay. Like, you don't have to fight for us on this one. Like, that's fine. It's all right." Like I mean, it's not like just because something's not our thing doesn't mean we're not included in it. Like, I mean, it's just not our thing, you know. Like, I've never basketball, football, accurate. Does it hurt? Absolutely, but very accurate, very accurate. Hiking, I know hiking is not a Black thing. Never seen hiking in like an ad for Jet or Ebony magazine. Oh, I'm sorry. Some of the white people in the audience. Okay. Jet and Ebony magazine. Oh, jam. My bad. Jet and Ebony magazine or magazines for Black people by Black people. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm showing my age. Magazines are. Damn. So magazines are like a blog that you can hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So. It's just not a Black thing. I've never gotten that mass group text from all my Black friends, just niggas hiking. It doesn't happen. It just fucking like, legit. If you ever hear a Black person talking about the mountaintop, like if you ever hear a Black person talking about the mountaintop, then you're either at a rap concert or a church. Either way, it's metaphorical. No one's actually going to a damn mountaintop. The last person who talked about a mountaintop was Dr. Martin Luther King, and he got shot. No, I'm just kidding. And the only time you'd ever see a Black hiker, like a Black dude hiking, is if He had a white girlfriend. I'm just hiking for the pussy. That's the only reason we hike is for the pussy. We'll march for freedom, but we hike for the pussy. Mass stuff's weird. This mass has changed everything. I've changed. Even greetings have changed. Greetings. Like, have you noticed, like, greetings, like, back the fuck up is like the new good morning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, back the fuck up, and a back the fuck up to you too. 6 feet, thank you.
Mhm.
I don't know. Out of everything that I kind of want to talk to y'all about my like my roommate that just well, it's not a roommate, but I kind of just want to talk. Okay, I'm gonna do one more joke, and I'm gonna tell you guys about what just happened because this. Ooh. Anyway, so okay, so one more joke. Okay, so 2 more jokes. Okay, so this is, okay, so these are tweets that I'm too afraid to tweet. Okay, tweets that I'm too afraid to tweet. Okay. Gay bears can't prevent forest fires. They're flaming. Thank you. That is tweets. Too afraid to tweet. Okay, I just got to get this off my chest, and then I'm out of here. So I had the worst house guest ever. I've had the worst. I don't know how to explain it. Like, he was the worst. I've never had a slumber party worse than this in my goddamn life. Like, it was terrible. I mean, he's just dumb. He was dumb. He was like really, really like dumb diddy dumb. Like, I mean, like, you know how there's like, like there's dumb, and then there's like the southern, oh, bless his heart. He was under all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was, oh my God. Like, okay, this is how dumb he was for the guys. All right, for the guys, and then I'll do the girls. So for the guys, this is how dumb he was, right? So he came out from Arizona, 12 p.m. He arrives at my place. His car is going, and I'm like, whoa, hey, man, how long has it been doing that? He was like, oh, well, it's been doing that since before I left. I was like, Arizona? You didn't get that checked? Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And then he said this. I was like, well, man, we need to get that checked right now. Sounds like your fan belt or serpentine something. I've had a lot of cars that I've exploded, so I was triggered by the sound. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a car guy. I was triggered. So I was like, it might be your fan serpentine. And he was like, he said these words. I kid you not, just stupid. He goes, no, can't be the fan belt because every time I step on the accelerator, it goes teet, 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 teet. Must be the brakes. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? Are you listening to yourself? Step on the accelerator, goes teet, 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 must be the brakes. What the fuck? Okay, for the ladies, this is how dumb he was, all right? For the ladies. He didn't have his vaccination, I know. He didn't have his vaccination. He was a comic staying out here for 3 days. Didn't have his vaccination, went to the Comedy Store. His throat started getting a little scratchy. He was like, yo, Chip, I need to get some tea. It's like 1:30 in the morning. He's like, where can we pick up some tea? I'm like, nowhere. It's 1:30 in the morning, dog. We're in LA. The fuck? And plus, like, you can't be spending that much money in LA. It's gonna drain you real fast. I got some tea at home. He's like, you got honey? I was like, yes, I do. He goes, bet. We get back to my place. I'm closing the door. Behind me, I hear rustle, 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 and it's not a I'm getting tea type rustle. You know what I'm saying? So I turn around because I'm like, what am I about to see? I turn around and he has the honey bottle above his head. And he goes, oh, is it okay if I waterfall the honey? I'm like, no, it ain't okay if you waterfall the damn honey. It's gonna get everywhere, motherfucker. What the hell are you talking about? He goes, I swear to God, he's like, I was like, put it in a cup. He was like, well, I can't put it in a cup because then it won't come out. And I was like, get a spoon. Can you not think these things through? Like, it's just, this guy was dumb diddy dumb. I don't know how else to explain it. He got into my bed. He got into my bed. Do you know how much Lysol it took? Like, okay, look, he got into my bed and I told him to get out, and then he took a nap on the ground because, like, I was Lysoling so much. This guy was sleeping. I was like, I don't give a fuck, you in my bed. Worst house guest ever. I gotta go. I could go on forever. All right. So later, guys. Thank you. I'm Chip Nicholson.
Yeah.
That's right. Another round of applause for Chip Nicholson. That's right, aka the Green Thumb Gang. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And he dropped a lot of jewels on us. Number one, roommates and house guests are the worst. Cut your family off and friends as soon as possible. Just once you can pay your own rent, just don't answer the phone. Only on holidays. Like, hey, happy holiday. All right. Okay. You know what? My leg hurt, motherfucker. You can't stay here because my leg hurt. Like, wow, I can help you. No, I'm good. No. That's family, friends, and roommates. No roommates. I live in an apartment half the size that I could. I can afford to live in a nicer one, but I ain't living with some honey drinking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you contaminate the honey? Like, bees knock shit out. You contaminating it. Like, no way. And another thing he mentioned in the Dive Bar Comedy Show is so educational because it not only teaches people about scientific and intelligence like honey science, it also teaches about African-American history and spirituality. The rough side of the mountain conversation. And not only is it an African-American thing, this is any Bible beater person. If anyone's ever beat you with the Bible, they always talk about going up the rough side of the, you know, they're like, you know, they always want to go up the rough side of the mountain. They're like, oh, that's better. That you get the better results. The thing they don't tell you is only 3 people making up that bitch. Take the smooth route. Everybody makes it on the smooth route. I think that's something they trained us to do. We've been like, oh, I could take the easy route to success, but I want to go up the rough side of the mountain. So there you go. So, you know, make sure you tithe when you go to church. That makes the mountain smoother, according to Jesus and like some guy with nice clothes. Excellent. So another round of applause for Chip Nicholson. That's right. That's right. So we're going to hop into our next comedian coming to the stage. Another wonderful classic dive bar comedy show talent. This lady has a great last name. I like her last name because it sounds like a sexual position. She's also super talented. Not only is she a comedian, not only does her name sound like a donkey punch, not only is she so skilled, she is an artist of many kinds, a painter of sorts. The guys on the street, they describe her paintings as Bob Ross-like if Tommy Chong was the artistic director. Yes. It's called eyes closed painting. That's the style, is it not? So you guys, are you ready for a wonderful comedian that can paint you a picture of true laughter? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Let's give a round of applause for the AC. It's like that place in Atlantic City where the titties get free. April Cowgur.
Hey everybody. I love that intro. Thank you so much. This is such a fun show. Man, I love being on this show. I know a lot of us comedians are getting back out there in the clubs and stuff, but it's nice to be doing Zoom. It is good to see all you guys. I gotta say one thing, Chip Nicholson earlier was showing his plant seeds because he's got such a good garden. And I just had to go back to that for a second. When you pulled up the pumpkin seeds and it had a jack-o'-lantern face already, that cracked me up. I feel like that's false advertising. You know, some dumbass is gonna plant that and be mad when it doesn't just grow out of the ground all jack-o'-lantern. So I'm just saying, the marketing department dropped the ball. I am so glad to be here on the Zoom, you guys. It is a little different because in the clubs, you know, it's like a 2-drink minimum. And then here on Zoom, it's like a please at least wear clothes on the top half of your body minimum, like at least please. So I'm so glad to see that all of you did. Although for those of you on Facebook watching, you know, the rules don't apply. You can wear whatever you want. So man, you guys were coming out of a whole pandemic. Give it up for yourselves, you know. Woo, yeah. It's not that special, so stop clapping. But you know 2020 was pretty bad. I think a good way to judge that is like people were talking about Tiger King like it was a feel-good movie. Okay. That is not a good sign, everybody. What else? Oh, does anybody kind of miss let me ask you a secret, okay, or a question. Does anybody kind of miss that part of the pandemic where you didn't have to see anybody else? You know, give it up. Yeah.
Mhm.
I see some of you nodding. Yeah, okay. Yeah, me too. What I'm getting is that everybody just like kind of hates everybody else. So I think we're all in that together. I see you nodding. A little bit about me, you guys. I live alone and I have one cat and one fish. So yeah, thank you, Carol. So I'm basically like Geppetto from Pinocchio. Yeah. Yeah, which is really great. That worked out super good for that guy. I mean, he's a total icon of success. He got so lonely that out of wood, he carved himself a young boy.
Mm.
Yeah, a couple things to say about that. Number one, that's not going to work out for me if I get lonely. The cost of lumber has gone up so much that would really be irresponsible. So that's not going to be me. And number two, okay, he got lonely and carved a young boy out of wood. Okay, Geppetto, I'm looking at you. Couldn't you just carve yourself, I don't know, a wife? Like, that seems like a missed opportunity. Where was Jiminy Cricket on this? Am I right? Like, let your conscience be your guide, but what kind of bug do we have to get in here for common sense? I don't know. Maybe like the cockroach of common sense, you know, just Geppetto, maybe don't. I don't know. So yeah, can't wait to see how that affects my future. What else? You guys, I miss my family. I'm from Illinois. Okay. I'm in LA now, but I'm from Illinois. I miss my family. And I have an older brother and he's a couple years older. We have a really good sibling friendship. Okay. It's really good. But what we're really great at is our sibling rivalry. Okay. It's amazing. We're both like a little too competitive. So we get really in on it. And it got to the point where we were keeping track of which one of us our parents had more photos of in their living room. And they had no idea, but we had like this running tally at all times. And it would get kind of like cutthroat around the holidays, because I remember it'd be like, hey, mom and dad, go ahead and open your gift for me. And it'd end up being, you know, they'd open it and I'd be like, oh my God, it's just photos of me that totally matches your living room decor. That is so weird. Open up your other gift. Oh my God, it's a frame and it's exactly the same size as the space behind the couch. So for April, I mean, Merry Christmas. So what else? Oh, my brother owes me so big, you guys. I got to tell you this real quick. So my brother owes me so big, he doesn't even know. A few years ago when he got married, my mom became really involved in planning the reception. And when it came to get the entertainment, most people would get like a band, you know, or a DJ, a normal thing. My mom came to me and she's like, April, I did a thing. I hired for your brother's wedding an accordion player. And that sounds like a joke, you guys, but my mom herself is an accordion player and enthusiast, which is great because you know who else is? No one. Anywhere. Oh my God. I was like, I have to save my brother's wedding. Like, friends don't let friends have accordion players at their wedding. So I was like, Mom, I don't think that's a good idea. And she immediately went on the defense and she was like, here's her reasons. Okay. She's like, April, he knows all the best accordion songs. And I'm like, that is not a category. Okay. Let's move on. And then she pulled up a picture. She's like, April, he's my hero. And I'm like, Mom, he's 100. Okay. And then she came at me with her like crowning jewel of reasons. She's like, I got you on this one, April. He is the best accordion player in Illinois. I was like, no. Let's look at that for a second. Best accordion player in Illinois. That's like saying this is the best pair of underwear in this Goodwill. Okay. I don't know if that's a brag. So I talked her out of it. My brother has no idea that almost happened. And Anyway, but he owes me, and but who's keeping track? Me. I'm definitely keeping track. All right, you guys. I think that's my time. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah. That's my pause for
Yay,
April
April
Cowgirl. That's right. I like it.
Woo.
Once again, excellent job out of Cowgirl. Felt just like a nice donkey punch in the morning. That's what I'm talking about.
And, you know,
It's huh?
so that's what you need, you know, coffee and a donkey punch.
Hey, that's what you got to wake up to. It makes for love.
Carol knows about that.
I mean, I figured that's what Geppetto was working on. Somebody that'll take a donkey punch. I figure if they're made of wood, they'll take a donkey punch like a G. And I was thinking, so as a presidential candidate, the only way you can solve all the problems of domestic policy and international policy is if you think way too much. I've literally thought myself out of great pussy. No bullshit. Like, just thought myself out of it. Just like, oh, I don't know. Well, shit. She's just like, hey, don't fuck me. And I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, this is inappropriate. So I thought about this Geppetto thing. The reason he did not carve a wife is because, number one, she's made of wood. A lot of splinters in your dick during sex. Dick splinters. Definitely not what you want. Dick splinters are bad. Second thing is, can you impregnate a wooden item? And then when you told people, how would that work out? So what Geppetto did was he cut out the middleman and said, fuck it, I'm not going to make the wife. I'm just going to make the kid I want for her. Because ladies, if you don't know, as much as we love you, as individual and special as you are, we just want your goddamn womb. And they do. That's what men want. They just want your womb. They want like an unused womb that's had nobody named Pookie and Ray Ray anywhere near it. And we can make children and be happy. So just worry about that.
Steve.
Another round of applause for April Cowgirl.
That's hilarious.
That's right. So we're going to hop into our next comedian. This gentleman is another. What'd you say?
So you're hilarious, Mr. C.
How y'all supposed to know about it, Jack? How I supposed to know? Thank you, kind sire. And another round of applause, and let's keep it going. Next comedian we coming to the stage is my man P. Diddy, is what they call him in the street. I love his name because I used to have a teacher in school that had the same name, maybe a cousin, and she was an art teacher. And this gentleman is a true artist, similar to the cowgirl who's come up. But his art is comedy. His art is masculinity. His art is patience. His art is understanding. And are you guys ready for some understanding? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. So this gentleman coming to the stage right now was super cool, and he may be slightly Italian, so he can have you killed. So give me a clap, 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 clap for Pete Diddy on the block, Pete D'Alessandro.
Thank you, Mr. C. Again, awesome intro. No, I haven't. I'm not going to have anyone killed. I'm not that kind of Italian. See, light skin, freckles. They don't even listen to us if we try to have people killed. All right. So big news for me is that a couple weeks ago, I bought a house. Let's say a new house. That's not true. Thank you. I didn't actually buy a house. That's not really true. Correct that. I bought a pile of termites in the shape of a house. It's been different. So, Chip, tell me all about that house guest you wanted to get rid of. Go ahead. Here. Anytime you want. Your house guest bothers you? Yeah. The worst thing a house guest can do is get you parasites. I just started with them. That's just where it went from here. All right. So I'm not saying that there's a lot of them, but here's what I'm going to do. I got a plan. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to sell termites for a living. And I know you're like, that's not a good business model, but I only need to make a little bit off each termite because I got like trillions of them. This is not going to be, this is a plan. I got a whole line of protein bars lined up, made out of termites. Would you really taste the difference? Terminex gave me an estimate to get rid of all the termites. They got a tent, the whole house. The next day, Terminex's stock went through the roof. I'll give you the date and when they actually go ahead and tent. You can take advantage of that, a little insider trading. Yeah, house is one of those, like Have you ever seen it? They're all over LA. Like one of those little cave showers where like some caveman was like, well, I want to live in a house, but I'll miss my cave. And what I'd like to do is cram my shoulders and wash myself.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Pete's
Caveman.
frozen.
He might be back.
Oh man. And it had to happen during his set.
He got to be back soon.
That new house doesn't have good Wi-Fi. The
The
termites.
termites ate it. Yeah.
Somebody
Oh,
might have put this
my.
thing by mistake. I think he has a family, like one of those dog type things called kids around the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like talking dogs. Let's be honest. Because like a dog, I've had a dog. You got to check it in the morning. You can't feed it too fast because it'll poop. So you got to feed it right before you leave. That's just like kids. You feed your kid before you take a trip. They're pooping in the car. You got to feed them early so they can poop before you take them outside. I'm just saying. There's a reason all these girls got these small dogs. They're practicing. Or they've given up and they're just like, okay, this is my husband. I'll call it a day. We got Pete back?
Not yet.
Oh man, all right. Well, let's see. Was
he almost out of time, Carol?
No, well, he was like half.
He was only halfway through. Oh man. This has never
Let's
happened
give him
before.
a few more minutes and whatnot.
You want to sing your song, Mista C?
Oh yeah, let's
Yes,
just,
please.
yeah, I'll sing my song now, so I don't sing it later. I'm gonna sing "I Want You Back," which is one of my songs. It's my Bruno Mars interpretation. I'm trying to steal his swag. So let's see. I want you back, I want you. 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 I want you back, girl, heartbreak. Don't tell me how you're gonna love fake. I wanna bring you to my fucking home. Shining fucking waiting like a car with the chrome gone. All springing when I'm swelling. Bring it to the things that you ain't like a melon. Helen, leave it to the fucking world. Living in a product and it gotta be fair. Won't you talk to me? Cause I'll be your brother, got a man, Mr. C, yeah. When you break it down, when you tell you how you place and you get it now. Oh, hurt my soul. Coming to the place, gotta get my goal. Coming like a god on a devil's stroll. 666, motherfucker, I'm gone. I want you back, I want you. I want you back, I want you. I want you back, I want you. I want my back, I want you. There you go.
There you go.
Right,
There you go. Yeah, we got PE back yet or no?
Mm-mm.
That was a perfect
All right,
song
so I
for
guess
the
we're gonna
moment.
drop Close Comedian because one monkey don't stop no show, and that's how we flow at the dive bar places. Even if they grow watermelon outside in weird spaces, you get what I'm saying? That's how we do on the block. So we're gonna get ready for our last comedian. If Pete show up, we'll drop him back in for right now. We got the lady is in the streets. She is our closer. She is our headliner. She is the most hardworking woman in LA. She be running the streets. Everybody knows where it's at. Is that Pete?
That is Pete.
Pete's back.
Pete's back.
You got 3.5 minutes. Pete Alessandro.
Pete, you were only halfway done.
Uh-oh.
Earth to Pete.
Mute. Is it mute up?
I'm back.
Yeah.
I just want you to know while I was gone, I killed. I absolutely killed. Those are part of really the best set. Sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, you got the gist of it. There's a lot of termites. You don't need a punchline. They're hilarious. Termites are fucking hilarious. I moved into what I thought it was I thought this was really like a fixer-upper. Honestly, we kind of thought that, but turns out it was more of a terror downer, and we should have just gotten the fuck out. But here we are. I've been moved in 3 weeks, and all I've done so far is call repair people. and I've unpacked a box or two. But other than that, yeah, mostly that. There is some sort of romantic element to having a new house. Like even we have a baby. Obviously, it's not what it was when we were newlyweds, but it's something. We got to christen every room, right? You got to go to each room and have one of the cats throw up in it, one by one. So we're working on that. We're working our way through that pretty well. Got like 2 rooms left. I don't want to say which ones. You guys don't want to know. I have a hell of a beard right now. You can tell, but it's not really by choice. I just haven't found my razor. And I have apple trees, and maybe Linda, when you're up here, grab some fucking apples in Burbank, because I got baskets falling every day from my apple trees. Oh, that's awesome. Like, no, I can only eat so many apples in a day, no matter how much I want. Like, you need 1 for the doctor thing, that's it. But after that, it just brings rats. So I have rats in my backyard. And
no.
I know, again, you're like, well, wait, don't you have cats? Like, yeah, I know. I have cats, and they're not eating the rats. I guess there's just so many apples. There's so many rats. My cats are full. We're outnumbered. The cats can't get all the work done they need to get done. So we're going to hire rental cats, I think, and take care of the problem that way. Next up, the next weekend, we are starting potty training at my house, which we're really excited about. My wife thinks it's about time I learned. Yeah, I know that was the easy one, but the potty training is going to be really rough, because you're supposed to try to get them as they're interested in potty training. Like, they start asking about going to the bathroom, like, oh, where's the potty? Can I use the potty? And they start asking that stuff. You jump on that then. Well, here's the thing. Here's why we moved. My last place had white carpets. So it just wasn't going to happen. Potty training is just not going to happen when you have white carpets. Like, the kid will just wear diapers till they're 7 and then move, and we'll figure it out. Like, I don't know, potty train at school or something. I don't care. But now we've got wood floors, or what's left of wood floors, a lot of holes in them. But maybe that'll deter the termites. I don't know. Floors are a mess. Enjoy. Eat that. How's that taste? I have no idea how I'm doing on time, because I lost track of reality for a minute or two in the middle of the set.
1 minute.
Hey, all right, good. That is the hardest part of moving, is just trying to juggle all the different people and all the different personalities. So we have one cat who absolutely adapted to the house, immediately loved it. He's just like, oh, cool, I got a new palace to roam around in and do whatever I want. The other cat in one corner every day, except she realizes, like, once it hits like 11 o'clock and it's all quiet, that she's hungry. So she comes out of the closet and stops shivering, starts crying for food all night long. And then that wakes up the baby. The baby wakes up the other cat who's worried about the baby. And then everyone's awake. And that's what we do from about 11 till about 4 every night. And it was a really nice opportunity the other day, because I actually found that some of the rats are with us now. But if I wasn't nocturnal now, I wouldn't know that. So really, it's been an insightful move the last couple of weeks. Very enlightening. A lot of pests. So yeah, invest Terminix first thing tomorrow morning. Buy. Hey, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Carol. I'll get back to you. Mr. C. Thanks.
Yay.
Woo!
Yes.
Applause to Pete D'Alessandro.
Good times.
That's right, aka the Termite King. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a stock guy. I'm buying some Terminix tomorrow. I know how much that costs. The way you described it, it at least getting a $250,000 injection. Easily.
Yes.
Easily. And guys, that's the beauty of the Dive Bar Comedy Show, because not only do we teach you how to get drunk, not only teach you how to smoke weed, we teach you how to be a man, fixing the house, paying bills, buying cats to kill rats. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm talking about. And another round of applause for Pete D'Alessandro. All right. So that's most of our comedians. We got one more comedian left, so stick around for just a little bit. Of course, it is the Dive Bar Comedy Show, sworn by GT and maintained by Wild Joe, Carol Newell, myself, Mr. C. And next up, we got a lady that's one of the people that is much loved in the city. When things went down, when COVID struck, like the Avengers, she rose to the occasion with event after event after event. So much so she caught COVID herself for the love of comedy. Would you catch COVID for comedy? Ask yourself that question. If the answer is no, you might give it up. You might want to give it up. So you guys ready for the hardest working lady in Los Angeles? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Now this lady right here just found out that a bunch of guys just got out of prison, so that's why she made all the women wear prison blues so they could get a new boyfriend. Give me a clap, 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 clap for Carol, aka the goddess. Newell.
Oh, Mr. C. Yeah, I did get the COVID for Christmas, you guys. Not what I asked Santa for, but that's what I got right on Christmas Eve. Yeah, it was not delightful. I had to stay home for the holidays, which sounds much nicer than it was. Not great being homesick for the holidays. So yeah, that was fun. And then of course, lots of good stuff happened last year. Lost my job and my husband. That was good. Because, well, I got another job and it's closer to home, so more time for comedy. And then my husband and I were already separated, so now I just get a pre-divorce. You guys, I got a pre-divorce. Yeah, we were married till death do you part, and he has departed. Yep, good times with the hubs. Like I said, we were separated for a while because, you know, we weren't in love anymore. He was in love with someone else. He was in love with this Russian named Smirnoff. Yeah. Good news, though, he did finally quit drinking for good. Finally quit for good, you guys. Yeah. I keep them in an urn now, you guys, in the van on the driveway where it's nice and hot, where I like to imagine.
Tell.
Yeah. No, I'm just messing. He was a good guy, but you know, all good things must come to an end, and he did. We were married for 22 years. Like 20 years is a life sentence in some states, and it was certainly one for him. Life sentence for him. Yeah. I always knew I would outlive him. I just had no idea I'd be this young and hot when it happened. Which is really working well for my dating life, you guys. I've been out on the dating scene for a couple of years now. It's been a very long time since the last time I dated you guys. You know, it was popular the last time I dated you guys. Pagers. Pagers and payphones. That's what was popular last time I was dating. Now, you guys, it is a plethora of penises, a wealth of wing, a table of dong, a smorgasbord of schlong, a surplus of sausages, a menagerie of meat, a phalanx of phalluses. It's a lot of dick pics, you guys. I don't get it why guys want to send you pictures of their pee-pees, but they do. Some of them are good, though. I've seen a few good ones. I got one from Africa last week.
Wow.
That was pretty good. Yeah. I started out on the apps, you guys. That's what I did. I was like, oh, well, at least we're looking for the same thing on the apps. So I started out on Our Time, which those pictures were terrible, you guys. Just mostly saggy balls is what that was. Saggy balls. Not good. So I moved over to the Plenty of Fish, which there were plenty, but plenty, but none of those fish were delicious at all. I threw I threw all of them back. And eventually made my way over to the BLK, which is the all black dating app, where those pictures are super hot, you guys. super hot. Yeah, so I am mostly just dating all black now, you guys, which is working out well. I did get my DNA test done. I know it's a white girl thing. You have to get your DNA test if you're a white girl. I figured out that neither Elizabeth Warren nor I are an all-American Indian. Not at all. Contrary to the story my mom had told me my whole life. No American, 0.0%. Just basically white AF, you guys. All the white countries, I have some of that. And all the white guilt to go right with it. You guys, I got all the white guilt. But now that I am dating almost exclusively Black, I feel like I'm giving reparations, you guys. Just one Black man at a time, individually. All right, you guys, that's it for me. You guys have been swell. Thanks for being here at the Dive Bar Comedy. I can't wait to see all you guys in person next Tuesday. We do have a show in person at Liquid Zoo, so come out for that. If you're a fan of Dive Bar Comedy and you're in Los Angeles, you have no reason not to come because it's going to be delightful. And just, wear your mask because those paper masks or fabric masks are certainly protecting all of us. So back to you guys.
That's right. And another round of applause for Carol Newell.
Yay! Thanks for being here.
All right. So that was our final comedian at the Dive Bar Comedy Show. So once again, round of applause for Carol Newell, who laid it down. And keep that round of applause going for all of our comedians. Not only Carol Newell tore it down now, but round of applause for Pete D'Alessandro, Linda Smith, a.k.a. the Playmaker. She stiff arms young guys. I'm telling you, take them down. Also, the girl that gives you a donkey punch kind of feel, April Cowgur. And my man that waters melons like he drops balls in broads' mouths like tea bags. My man Chip Nicholson. AKA Daddy, as the ladies call him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Dive Bar Comedy Show. I'm Mr. C, the Enforcer. And Wild Joe's going to tell us where we go.
All right. Thank you, guys. I think we said everything. We've gone over all our shows. We have next week. We have the week after in Real Life Places. So if you're in the Valley, go there. And if you want to wait until we're not in the Valley, we'll be in the east side of Hollywood, August 17th. So they're all Tuesdays. And then on the off Tuesdays, I am booking all the comics who are still willing to do Zoom because my Zoom interest dried up as soon as people got let out of their houses. So anyway, it's been super fun. The babies are knocking at the door as usual. So it's time to say goodbye. But thank you all for watching. Thank you to all of our comics for coming on. I really enjoyed hearing from all of you guys. Oh my gosh, I've got the baby here. And have a good night. Tune in to divebarcomedy.com.
Bye. Thank you.
Can you give me this?